morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm at Narita Airport, ready to fly with Malaysian Airlines over to Kuala Lumpur. The day started at my hotel quite early at the Crown Plaza, Narita Airport. I arrived the night before and was very disappointed to find that the pool was closed and there was no way they were going to let me in. That sort of Japanese absolute no, you have to be here an hour before, otherwise we're not letting you in. So that was very disappointing, even after I tried several with them. So after quite a good rest, I did make my way back over early the next morning to Narita Airport. The day before, I was also in Tokyo itself. I went to see the Opera Don Giovanni, had some sushi, and then again retired for the evening. So the great thing about Narita and Haneda airports is in the JAL first class lounge, Japanese Airlines first class lounge, you have a sushi bar. So I made my way over there and enjoyed a couple of sittings of sushi before I got on the flight. I had a look around the lounge, which I have never been in before in Tokyo, and enjoyed the atmosphere, elegant, sophisticated as one would expect from Japanese Airlines. Then made my way down to the gate, which was only a short walk away, and prepared for my departure in Malaysian Airlines Air Mass with an upgrade to business class for only £160. It was a bid to upgrade, so I was very lucky, and the experience itself was very nice. I got on board and the purser, unlike some airlines, actually remembered what my name was, which was good. So it's good to see that they do prioritise making sure that you know the customers who are coming on the aircraft, which is a bit different compared to other airlines. And I sat into the new seat that they've got, which is a Collins Aerospace seat. So it's just a herringbone design, like the BA business class seats. Really quite comfortable, privacy with the door, good bedding, amenity kit and headphones were provided as well. I did end up just basically having a little nap throughout the flight, as the flight itself was during the daytime, and overall the experience was excellent. The food on board was there were several options from Japanese menu through to like international European chicken dish, which is what I ended up going for, and then the things like nasi Malak, Malaysian dishes. As you can see now. some footage from Kuala Lumpur's base, and some landing footage as well. As the flight continued, there was mid-flight snacks which available, which was like sushi rolls coming from Japan, with some ice cream. And overall, the flight went by quite smoothly in about 7.5 hours. Then when I got to Kuala Lumpur, it was a little bit difficult. I got through quite quickly, looking for the bus, and then it found out that actually it wasn't every hour, it was every 2 hours. And after a wee while, I managed to message the hotel, the Movenpick, and asked them to come and pick me up. But because of by the time I did that, I did see someone from the Movenpick, but they were only here for late passengers, and another one was only there because they'd been booked. So I ended up waiting quite a bit longer, and finally someone did come out to pick me up after asking someone at the airport to give them a call, and who obviously worked with the bus shuttles and knew most of the hotel. So I got to the hotel after about an hour and a half. Again, unfortunately, the pool was closed, and I think they would have let me in, but the guy just put the chlorine in, so that wasn't happening. They did give me a bigger room and offered me some light dinner stuff as an apology for, and said that I'll just let them know next time I go back, because that wasn't up to the usual standards, and they obviously had investigation, because I saw them speaking to the people involved later on. So the great thing about Asian hospitality, especially Malaysia and stuff like that you do have very committed staff to make sure the experience is as good as possible, and if there is any issues, that they're going to strive to find quick resolutions so they don't happen again, which is much appreciated. After my short night stay again, I made my way back to the airport and went to the Golden Lounge, which is Malaysian Airlines flagship first class lounge, before flying to Jakarta, which was my final destination this trip. This was my outbound trip on the way to the United States. So after a quick stint in the lounge, maybe it wasn't that quick, and then an hour or so of flying, we arrived in Jakarta. Again, got through security quite quickly and made my way to the pre-arranged shuttle. I did have a little bit of a wait just because I missed it slightly, because I was pulled over for secondary screening, which wasn't the best. They found some chocolate and they thought that was maybe drugs or something like that, which is understandable being Indonesia and having lots of hooligans visiting them as they do, and trying to keep out all this illegal stuff. So after waiting around for half an hour or so, they came and I got to the hotel, had about an hour or so wait before, half an hour or so, before getting into my room, because I was quite early. It was only 11 or 12 o'clock at this time. And third visit to the Sheraton at this point, which was excellent as always. It does actually have, so far, the second best breakfast that I've had in a hotel so far. But I didn't have breakfast that time, because when I did depart the next day, I was again departing quite early, and just used the lounge, and knowing I was going to get breakfast on the Cathay Pacific business class, which will be coming also very shortly. But that's all for this part of the flight review. Thank you again very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching another Big Blues explorations, and please stay tuned for more in the coming weeks and months.